everyone, welcome to today's recipe. So today we are gonna do a sweet breakfast recipe so you can kickstart your morning. It's a really fast recipe to make, really efficient, affordable, and most important, healthy. So what we are doing today are oatmeal chocolate banana muffins. These are really quick recipes, so if you're in a rush, you can just grab it in the morning and start your day. So let's see what you need. So first things first, preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius so we can start. So these are all the ingredients that you need. We are gonna use 2 bananas, 4 eggs, kind of a cup of oatmeal, peanut butter, cacao powder. So make sure your cacao powder is sugar-free. So don't get confused with cocoa powder, which is different. This is just cacao powder, okay? So sugar-free cacao powder. We're gonna use your sweetener of preference. In this case, I'm using just stevia. We have some chopped walnuts, because I love walnuts also. And we have chocolate. You can use chocolate chips or you can use the chocolate bar. I prefer the chocolate bar because I can just chop it and it's really easy. Also, don't forget your cupcake molds. So I like to use these ones because these are silicone, so are pretty easy to take the muffin out of. So this is everything you need, so let's start. So let's start with your blender. Here we're gonna add almost all the ingredients. So you're gonna peel off your bananas and start with those. Okay, now add your 4 eggs, crack them open. So these cupcakes aren't that fluffy as the regular cupcakes. These are packed with protein also and a lot of fiber and fruits and nutrients from the oatmeal and all the ingredients that we are using. So these are gonna be a little bit more dense in terms of consistency, almost like a cakey consistency, but are really good. So please try them. So we're gonna do pretty much a cup of oatmeal. And we'll add it here. Okay, so a cup of oatmeal goes to the blender. Also, we are gonna add, here I have my spoons. So we are gonna add around 2 tablespoons of cacao powder, sorry. So 2 tablespoons, you can add a little bit more, as chocolatey as you prefer. But I will just add 2 because that's like the one I like. It's a little, this kind of tablespoon. So I will just add 2. Make sure that if you're adding more cacao powder to use a little bit more of sweetener, because since this is a little, it doesn't have sugar, you need to add a little bit more if you want more of cacao powder in there. So, and after this, we're pretty much ready to go. So we are gonna add your sweetener. I'm using liquid stevia, so I'm gonna add around a lot of dots. A lot. Okay, that should be it. I like it really sweet, so don't underestimate your sweetener. Okay, and after this, we are gonna start blending this until a thick consistency is created, okay? So once it's done, the consistency, you can see is a little thick. So it's not that runny. The idea is to be like a little this thick. That's why we're not adding any other liquid like milk or water. But if you're concerned about the consistency, you can add a little bit of milk if you prefer. But this is the consistency that we are looking for. So now we are gonna chop our chocolate and our walnuts. These are the toppings that I like to add, but you can choose the ones that you prefer. Okay, so grab your chocolate. I like to do it in small chunks so I can mix them with the muffins. This is much easier to use chocolate chips, but that's your preference. So choose the chocolate that you like. I'm using, and I forgot to mention, this is 70% chocolate, like dark chocolate. So I prefer the dark chocolate because it's not that sweet, and it also has a little bit more antioxidants in it. So it's a little bit more healthy than the regular milk chocolate. So as I prefer also the flavor. So any chocolate, dark chocolate, around 70% of cacao, it's a good option for you to use. I'm also chopping here my walnuts, so I can make them a little small. And there you go. So this we are gonna add to our muffins later. So this recipe yields for 12 cupcakes, so we are gonna use a muffin tray for 6. And the butter that you are gonna have left, you can just keep cooking in the same tray. If you are like me, you just have 1 tray until you get the 12 muffins. So now that we have everything done, we have here our butter. I placed my silicone molds in this muffin tray. It's a little dirty, I'm sorry. Here you are gonna add your butter. So these muffins, as I will tell you, are not gonna be that fluffy. So it doesn't matter if you fill, sorry, your muffin, your silicone cup to the top, okay? So actually fill it to the top. It's not gonna rise as a regular muffin, so don't worry about that. Just put as much butter as you can there. Okay, so if you remember, this recipe yields for 24 cupcakes. So don't worry if you have butter less, you have more butter here. You can use them later to finish, to do more cupcakes. So once these are done, I'm gonna just kick them a little bit, place them correctly. And now I'm gonna add my chocolate and my walnut. So this is your preference, as much chocolate as you wanna add per muffin, that's in you. So choose the one that you prefer. So I will just add here part or my toppings. Well, I pretty much used all my walnuts. I love walnuts. Okay, there you go. And I like to put them to the bottom, make them go to the bottom, so the butter completely covers the top. So at the end, these are like the center of the muffin. You can also add you can give it the spice here and add a little bit more fruit, probably some blackberries, some blueberries, any berry that you like, or probably chopped strawberries, also a great idea. So you can add also that here if you prefer. But I like to add these toppings because I think for me, it is a little bit more flavorful. So there you go. So once you're done with this, we are gonna put it in the oven. So there you go, in the oven. We'll just push this there. And we are gonna let them cook for around 15 minutes. So in 15 minutes, we are gonna check how these are going. So 15 minutes went by and we are gonna check how our cupcakes are going. So, oh, they went to the back. So let's see, it seems like it's almost done, actually done. So you can take a knife and do the test. If the knife comes out clean, then they are done. Yeah, they're pretty much done. So we are gonna turn this off. Don't let your butter stay that much time in the oven because then it will dry out a lot and we don't want that. So now we are gonna take out your muffins. Don't forget about the burned ones. That's just my oven. I have a really bad oven here. But the rest are perfect. So you can see these didn't rise that much at the top. So that's the thing. We're not using like baking powder or anything like that, so those are not gonna rise. So let them, I forgot how to say it, let them stay there for a few minutes until they cool down a little bit, and then we can take them out to the plate. Okay, so now these are a little cool off and I took them out from the muffin train. So what we are gonna do now is take them out from the silicone mold. So I'm just, let me see, this one is better. I'm just gonna like move this a little bit. You see how easy these come out. So I just turn this around and voila, you have your muffin. So we are gonna do the same with the rest. So here we have all of our muffins. So as you can see, we have 6 muffins. I'm gonna cut one for you so you can see how the consistency looks. Okay, so here we have one of our muffins. So let's see. I'm gonna cut it in half. Ooh, there you go. So you can see it's still a little fluffy, and there's a chocolate, which is pretty delicious, I'll say. So it's still a little fluffy. And you have the chocolate, and of course the walnuts are there. So again, don't keep your muffins that much time in the oven because they will dry. We don't need that. We don't want that. We want it like this, kind of juicy and chocolatey at the same time. So after we have done all of this, there's just a step left to do, and is your peanut butter. So we are gonna use the peanut butter as a garnish at the top of the muffins. So it's gonna give it a lot of flavor also. So grab your spoon. If you have runny peanut butter, it's actually better because you can just like go through all of them, but mine is not that runny. So what I'm gonna do is take a little bit of it and add it like in the top of each muffin. So I'm gonna do like this. You can see it's not that runny, but it doesn't matter. At the end is the flavor what matters. So I'm just gonna cover them with a lot of peanut butter. If you want this recipe to be even more protein, have more protein, you can use powdered peanut butter. So that will give you another source of protein for your muffins. So you can add, instead of regular peanut butter, you can add this powdered peanut butter. So another thing, be sure your peanut butter is not sugar added. So the ingredients are just peanuts, because we want a regular, normal peanut butter, okay? Not that ones that are like packed with sugar that exist right now. So this is just peanut butter, a regular peanut butter with peanuts and salt. That's pretty much it. So take that into consideration at the moment you buy your ingredients, okay? Okay, so now they don't look that good, but they are really delicious. So now we have finished our muffins. Remember that whatever you want to put in the top of them, I don't know, more chocolate, probably yogurt, probably cream, whatever you prefer is your decision. So in this case, I love peanut butter and we are doing that. Also, those are really healthy fats, so are good to add. So let's taste them. So now we're gonna do a little of a taste test. So I'm gonna grab this one here and let's see how it ended up. Do you can see? Here's the chocolate. And the peanut butter just chef kiss. It's amazing. So there you go. This was our recipe for the day. So remember that you can just make this in a bunch, and save them for your morning if you're running out or rushing out of your house. They're really easy to make, fast and portable. That is the most important thing. Are delicious. So thanks for watching. Please come back to watch another recipe, and I will go enjoy this now.